By primary 3, Wei had grown into a curious, thoughtful boy who noticed the world around him. One Friday afternoon, as the class packed up, his friend Hafiz, who sat beside him, leaned over with a shy but excited smile.
Wei,
He said,
Hari Raya Puasa is next week, and my family would love for you to come to our open house.
Wei's eyes lit up at once, yet a small flutter of nerves stirred inside him too. He had walked past Hafiz's flat 100 times, but he had never once stepped inside a home that celebrated festivals so different from his own.
I would love to come,
He said warmly.
though I hardly know anything about Hari Raya.
That evening, Wei could not stop thinking about the invitation. Although he and Hafiz had been firm friends since primary 2, Wei suddenly realized how little he understood about his friend's faith and customs. He found Ma in the kitchen and tumbled out his questions.
What is Hari Raya? Why is it special? What should I wear?
Ma, who had lived among neighbors of many cultures all her life, chuckled fondly.
It is wonderful that you wish to learn,
She said, wiping her hands.
Hari Raya marks the end of Ramadan, the month when Muslims fast from dawn until sunset. Yet do not rely on me alone. The very best person to ask is Hafiz himself. Ask kindly and listen well.
The next day at school, Wei sat down beside Hafiz at recess, determined to learn.
Hafiz, can I ask you about Ramadan?
He began.
Ma said your family does not eat in the daytime for a whole month. Isn't that terribly hard?
Hafiz, who was pleased that Wei cared enough to ask, nodded thoughtfully.
It is hard at first,
He admitted.
especially when I smell food at lunchtime. Yet fasting teaches us patience and self-control, and it reminds us to feel for the poor who often go hungry. When we finally break our fast each evening, even a simple date tastes like the sweetest treat in the world.
Wei listened, amazed that something so difficult could mean so much. the days passed, Wei's curiosity only grew. He asked Hafiz what people wore and learned that families dressed in their finest new clothes, often in matching colours. He asked what the festival truly meant and discovered that on Hari Raya morning, families visited the mosque, then sought forgiveness from one another, beginning with their parents and elders.
We say Maaf Zahir dan Batin,
Hafiz explained.
which means we are sorry for any wrong we have done, in word or in heart.
Wei was struck by this. In his own family, he realised forgiveness was rarely spoken aloud, yet here it stood at the very centre of the celebration. The more he learned, the more he saw how much thought lay hidden behind each custom. At last, the morning of the open house arrived. Wei dressed in a smart shirt, and Amar helped him choose a small gift of fruit to bring, for it was polite never to arrive empty-handed. As they walked to Hafiz's block, Wei felt the old flutter of nerves return. What if he used the wrong word or forgot how to behave? What if he accidentally caused offence? Amar, sensing his worry, squeezed his hand.
A guest who comes with an open heart and good manners can do no wrong,
She said gently.
When you are unsure, simply watch, listen, and ask. People are never offended by a question asked with kindness.
Her words steadied him, and Wei pressed the doorbell. The door swung open, and Hafiz beamed at him.
Wei, you came.
Behind him, the flat glowed with green and gold decorations, and the air was rich with the scent of spices. Hafiz's mother, dressed in a beautiful green baju, welcomed Wei warmly. Selamat Hari Raya, Wei, she said.
We are so glad you could join us.
Wei remembered his manners and slipped off his shoes at the door, just as he had seen Hafiz do at school. Then, copying the elder boys, he gently took Hafiz's father's hand in both of his and bowed his head a little. The whole family smiled with delight, and any nervousness Wei had felt melted clean away. Hafiz proudly led Wei to a low table spread with dishes Wei had never tasted before. There was rondang, dark and fragrant, ketupat, rice woven into little parcels, and trays of colourful ki that gleamed like tiny jewels. "Try this," Hafiz urged, offering him a piece of rondang. Wei popped it into his mouth, and his eyes promptly began to water at the heat of the spice. Hafiz burst out laughing and quickly passed him a cool glass of syrup drink.
Too spicy?
He grinned.
You'll get used to it.
Wei laughed too, his eyes still streaming, and reached bravely for a second piece. If he was going to understand his friend's world, he decided, he would taste every part of it. As they ate, Wei's questions bubbled up one after another, and Hafiz answered each one happily. Why was green so important? It was a colour of peace and nature, loved in their culture. What were the little green packets the children were given? They were called Do-It Raya, money gifts much like the red packets at Chinese New Year. Wei clapped his hands in delight.
We have those too.
He cried.
Only ours are red and we call them angbao.
The two boys grinned at the discovery. Beneath the different colours and names, they had found the very same kind thought. Elders sharing a little of what they had to bless the young with luck and love. After the meal, Hafiz showed Wei the rest of the flat. By the window stood a small, beautiful prayer mat, and Wei asked about it carefully, not wishing to be rude. Hafiz explained that his family prayed 5 times a day, facing a holy city far away, to give thanks and ask for guidance.
Sometimes,
He said softly.
I set an alarm so I do not forget the early prayer.
Wei thought of how his own Amma lit incense for their ancestors, murmuring quiet words of respect. The customs looked nothing alike, and yet, he realized with a jolt, they sprang from the same deep root, a wish to be thankful and to live as a good person should. In a quiet corner, Hafiz's grandmother, Nek, sat in a soft armchair, her wrinkled face kind beneath her headscarf. Hafiz brought Wei over to greet her, and Wei, remembering his manners, bowed his head respectfully. Nek's eyes twinkled. "So this is the friend who asks so many questions," she said with a chuckle. "That is good, child. When I was young, neighbors of different faiths sometimes kept apart, each fearing what they did not understand. Yet fear melts the moment we ask and listen and share a meal together." She patted Wei's hand.
You are building a bridge today, you know. A bridge that fear can never cross, but friendship walks across with ease.
Wei felt her gentle words settle deep inside him. All afternoon, more guests arrived, neighbours of every background, streaming in and out with smiles and greetings. Wei watched in wonder as an Indian uncle from 2 floors up chatted easily with Hafiz's father, as a Chinese auntie admired the key, and as children of every kind chased one another between the chairs. Nobody seemed to mind who came from where. The open door welcomed all. Wei thought back to Nek's words about neighbours who once kept apart, and he understood now what a precious thing this open house truly was. It was not merely a party, it was a doorway flung wide, inviting the whole neighbourhood to step across the bridge and meet as one big, varied family. As the sky began to glow orange, Wei knew it was time to go home. He thanked Hafiz's parents again and again and pressed his palms together in heartfelt gratitude.
Thank you for inviting me,
He said.
I have learned so much today, and everything tasted wonderful, even the spicy bits.
Everyone laughed. At the door, Hafiz handed him a small parcel of kui to take home for Ahmad.
For asking such good questions.
He said with a grin. Wei was touched. He had arrived that morning knowing almost nothing, half afraid of saying the wrong thing. He was leaving as a true friend of the family, his head and his heart both fuller than before. Walking home with the parcel of key warm in his hands, Wei turned the whole day over in his mind. He had eaten new foods, learned new words, and seen how another family lived and loved. What stayed with him most, though, was a single, quiet thought. He and Hafiz prayed in different ways, ate different foods, and celebrated different festivals. And yet, underneath it all, they wanted exactly the same things. They both loved their families. They both wished to be kind and good. They both felt that warm glow of belonging at a table crowded with people they cared for. The differences were beautiful, Wei decided, but the things they shared ran far, far deeper. At home, Wei shared the key with Ah-Ma and told her every detail of the day. The rondang that made his eyes water, the green packets, the prayer mat, and next words about building bridges. Ah-Ma listened, nodding, her face soft with pride.
"You did a fine thing today,"
she said at last.
"Many people live a whole lifetime beside their neighbors and never once truly meet them. You crossed the bridge. You asked, you listened, and you respected what you found."
She broke off a piece of kui and smiled.
That, my dear, is what harmony really means. Not just living side by side in silence, but reaching out, hand to hand, to understand one another.
The next week at school, Miss Lim asked the class to share something new they had learned. Wei's hand shot up at once. Standing tall, he told everyone about the open house, about Ramadan and fasting, about asking for forgiveness, about do-it raya and prayer mats, and about how, beneath every difference, he had found the same warm human heart. The class listened, fascinated, and a lively buzz of questions followed. Then Aisha raised her hand shyly.
"My family celebrates Deepavali soon,"
she said.
"Would you all like to come and see?"
A delighted murmur ran round the room. Wei caught Hafiz's eye and grinned. One small bridge, it seemed, had already begun to build many more. That night, lying in bed, Wei thought about all the festivals still to come. Deepavali's glowing lamps, Christmas trees twinkling in December, and his own Chinese New Year just passed, with its red packets and reunion dinners. Once, he had known only his own. Now he understood that each one was a doorway, and behind every doorway waited a friend longing to share. He no longer felt nervous about cultures different from his own. Instead, he felt curious and lucky, and proud to live in a country woven from so many. As he drifted off to sleep, Wei smiled to himself, already wondering whose bridge he would cross next, and what new wonders he would find waiting on the other side.